Are you an entrepreneur wanting to be a better leader? Today, I'm going to give you leadership tips specific for the entrepreneur who is wanting to grow and expand their business and their brand. Hey, I'm Amy Walker. I'm a client acquisition specialist, speaker, and author, and I am so excited that you're here on my channel. We bring you great tips on marketing, sales, client acquisition, even things like time management and life balance. And I am excited that you are here today because we are talking about leadership for the entrepreneur. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you can get notified every time we release new content, which is 3 times a week. So today I'm going to share with you 6 tips for helping you to be a better leader as an entrepreneur, but I also want to share with you a little bit about my personal journey as an entrepreneur and understanding that leadership skills inside of the workplace are a little bit different than leadership skills inside of your business. Now, I will fully be transparent. I have not had a ton of time as an employee. I started my first independent contractor gig when I was in college, being paid on straight commission. And from there, I've gone on to do a lot of different roles where I was an independent contractor within somebody else's system. So not a full-on employee. It was kind of like this hybrid between kind of functioning like a member of their team and needing to take on leadership roles where I was leading other team members of theirs and then being really in my own business. And here's the big difference. In the beginning, leadership was really just people. Like, I had to help the people be successful at working their systems and create a great culture. As an entrepreneur, it's a lot more than that. Leadership is expanded. It is crafting the culture and the vision. You know, there's not one that you can just uphold. It's creating systems and processes. It's people, but people plus. It's more than just people. And so I'm going to go through these 6 different areas with you so that you will understand how to be a great leader as an entrepreneur. The first principle is innovation. As an employee, we tend to like things to stay pretty much the same. As a business owner, we have to innovate. We have to be always looking for ways to change, always looking for ways to do something better, always looking for ways to be more efficient and effective. Otherwise, we're going to become the Blockbusters and the Radio Shacks and the Mervyns and all of these businesses that were like so cool when I was growing up that are so irrelevant right now. And that is a big shift between employee and employer. If you're a business owner, you have got to be all about the innovation, always looking for a better way to do things. And if you find that you are change resistant and you struggle with that, get someone on your team who will help drive that, because you don't have to be the one who creates all the innovation or thinks of all the innovative ideas, but you've got to create an openness that allows your company to be able to grow and stretch and remain relevant no matter what's going on around you. So the second leadership principle is removing the friction. A lot of times the best businesses out there are not the ones that invented something new. They are the ones who took an idea and a concept that was already around. They figured out, where's the friction in this? What's the point of the experience that people don't like? And they found a way to do it better. Amazon Prime with their 2-day shipping, which I know is not, currently accurate. None of us are getting our stuff in 2 days. But when that came out, that changed the expensive shipping, and it took a long time to get your stuff that you ordered online. That was the number one reason why people would still go to the store, is because it took too long to wait for it to get there online. It's Lyft and Uber looking at what's unfortunate that we don't enjoy about the experience of finding a taxi and finding a way to take the friction out of that experience and do it better and create a new way to be able to experience. This is critical right now as you are developing your entrepreneur mindset and your leadership skills to take your company into the next level, because we are going to go through a challenging season with small business owners. I'm filming this. You can look on the date. This is posted in April of 2020. And if you're looking at this video a year from now, it was a hard time. It was the best of times, the worst of times, because a lot of small business owners are going to struggle if they don't go into the next phase of innovation with their company. And when we're figuring out how do we adjust, how do we adapt, how do we move forward in our business so that our business is going to be here for a long time, we've got to look at what experiences are we already creating. Now, how can we do it better by taking out the friction? And that is a really critical principle in industry innovation. The third principle of leadership is to share your vision with everybody. Now, that means you have to have one first, but your team members need to know the vision, your clients need to know the vision, your vendors need to know the vision. Everybody needs to know the vision of what you're working to create, because you need to be making decisions off of that vision. And too often, I find entrepreneurs that are in leadership roles, running their companies, that they have this vague vision inside of their head. Nobody on the team really knows it, so it's not like a driving force. I want that vision to be crystal clear. I want it to be well communicated. Number 4, make your decisions off of your core values. Now again, you have to have core values in order to do that. But if your core values are just a thing that you wrote once at a seminar and they're not a driving force for how you make decisions and how you run your business, then you are missing out. I am going to tell you in total transparency, when I wrote this down, I was like, ooh, my core values for my company are a couple years old and they haven't been talked about in a while. Like, I had this moment of guilt where I was like, oops, am I going to tell them that? I am going to, because I believe in radical transparency. But it's got to be talked about on a regular, ongoing basis. It can't be this one-time thing where you make this big push about your core values and then you don't talk about them again, because your core values should be what determines the decisions you make. If a client comes and they ask for a refund, you need to have a core value that tells somebody when to know when it's right to give it and when it's not to give it. And that should be driven off of core values, that they can make decisions. Your team members can be empowered to do something and be able to come back and say, here's what I did, because it's in alignment with this core value. And it unifies your business and helps you to be able to act decisively as you move forward. Mindset tip number 5 is never stop reaching. As a leader on a team inside of an office, you tend to go to a goal and then say, we hit it, we hit the benchmark, this was the standard. As an entrepreneur leader in your own business, that does not exist. There's never a, we hit it, we hit the standard. It's cool, we hit this goal, where are we going next? And you've got to always have that reach for where are you going, where are you driving to, what are you producing, what is propelling you forward. When I was in my 3rd year of business, I had this really odd experience where we had achieved all of the goals that I set for my business. And I floundered that year as a leader because I was just making decisions off of, well, maybe I should be doing more TV interviews because that friend over there has a great business and they're doing more TV interviews. Or, maybe I should be speaking more, or maybe I should be doing this. And none of it was based off of an alignment with my vision and where I was going and what I was reaching for next. Because in my mind, it was like, oh, achieved. We've got a multi-6-figure income. We just bought our dream house. My husband's working with me full-time in the business. That was all I wanted. And so when I hit it, it was like, I don't know what to do next. And I will tell you, I made some really unwise decisions that year that did not help grow our business, but did take a lot of time and a lot of money. So if you're always reaching for what comes next, you will avoid that pitfall. Learn from my mistakes. My last leadership tip for entrepreneur mindset is that you've got to love the work as much as you love the reward, because there's a lot more work than there are rewards. And it's kind of like parenthood, where the rewards are always there, but they're not always blaring at you. Like, hello, look at this reward. Look at this amazing thing that's happening in your life because you're an entrepreneur. It doesn't always happen that way. So it's really, really critical and important that you love the work. And if you're not loving the work that you're doing, you've got to make some adjustments in your business plan. You've got to hire some help or you got to go a different direction. Because as an entrepreneur, a lot of what we do is not that glamorous and it is not that sexy. It is a lot of work behind our computers, sitting here doing this. It's a lot of, for me, it's a lot of copywriting. It's a lot of reach outs. It's a lot of conversations with people who may or may not be interested in what I have to do. It's a lot of producing content. So if I love that, then my business is a joy. If I dread it, then my business is not that fun, and what will happen is the rewards and the work will simply not balance out. So if you're truly going to be a great leader as an entrepreneur, you have to love the work. Now, I also have been known to say you will not love all of the work all of the time, and that's okay. I feel like that's just something like, deal with it, put your big boy or big girl pants on, and just, it's okay. We don't have to love everything all the time. It's kind of like parenting. I love being a mother to my 5 boys. I don't love every moment, every second of the day, but I love it enough that the journey is very worthwhile. If you're really serious about becoming a better leader in your business, I want to give you a gift. I would love to give you a free copy of my first book, Walk Your Talk, Take Ownership and Lead Like You Mean It. This book is designed to help you understand who you are as a leader and how you can show up better in your business. And so I'll put the link down below, but I'd love for you to go and grab your free copy and read and enjoy. Fair warning, it's more like it's more like taking a course by book than it is a quick and easy read. So there's like worksheets that you fill out, a lot of self-analysis you do, but it's a really good tool to have in your tool belt. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me today. If this has been helpful, I would love for you to leave me a comment, hit that like button, share this with other entrepreneurs in your tribe. And if you would like to join my community of entrepreneurs, come on over to our private Facebook group, The CEO Spot. I post great content in there, give you business tips, behind the scenes, do some Facebook Lives, and it's just a great place to connect, and I'd love to be a part of your journey. Thanks so much, everyone.